Go.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the third show where we get to do anything we want and mostly just try to have fun. Avoid trying to make it just another street fight each week. We are reaching out and talking to other folks about things that we like. This week we have Carol. She was recommended by longtime listener Chase to come on and talk to us about one of our absolute favorite topics, wrestling, the one true sport.
Yeah.
Yes.
Basically, we have people that have been on the show that like wrestling, and none of them want to talk about wrestling on the show ever again.
Why?
It's weird. I think it's like it's one of those things where it's like, it's not that they're embarrassed that they've watched it, but they're like, I can do other stuff too.
They don't get pigeonholed as a wrestling fan.
But we're like, we want to talk about wrestling. Nobody ever wants to talk about wrestling with us.
I feel that, yeah.
I feel so bad for your DMs after this because so many people are going to punish you with
me.
Yeah,
I know. I don't care. It's fine. I love you guys. I love all you guys out there that don't want to talk about wrestling ever.
So once again, this is brought to you by all of the wonderful supporters on Patreon that give us money each month so that we can keep this operation afloat. And so I guess when it comes to wrestling, I guess we should just start, like, when was your first taste? Like, when did you become a fan of wrestling?
So my dad used to watch wrestling while I was growing up. So I guess one of my earliest memories is being pretty young, probably like 3 or 4, and him pointing to Razor Ramon and being like, if you don't eat your broccoli, this guy's going to come and take you away.
You know what's funny is, like, you are right in my spot, because, like, I'm like a huge fan of all the guys from the Clique. Like, we write a zine, and my article this month is about how much I loved Kevin Nash. Like, he's my favorite wrestler of all time to this day.
Nice. Yeah, I love HBK. I think he's probably my favorite.
Oh, that is a good choice. That is a good choice.
So your dad was a big fan, but what got you? When did you like have to come back every single? Like, who was the person that was like your guy that you rooted for, or gal, whoever it was?
I think it was probably when The Rock was popular. By that time, my brothers were also old enough to watch. They're 4 years younger than I am. And we started like doing all the moves together and like just mimicking him and his feud with Stone Cold. And
The Rock was calamity, man. Like, school teachers couldn't keep anyone behaving after that. Like, I remember everyone just doing eyebrows and saying everything from Raw that week in the classroom. He was
Pie.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
And he comes every time he comes back now, you're like, man, this guy, he doesn't fit with what they're doing now. Like, it's such a huge, like, anytime he comes out there and talks for like 15 minutes, it's such a huge difference. He's like, it's like a dirty comedian showing up in the middle of a clean show, But he was great.
He's toned it down a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, he was really great. Like, I remember all the like twists and turns with that guy, because like I was kind of around when people hated his guts. And one of the things I loved so much about what they did with him was, like, as soon as people started to like him, they turned him heel and put him with the corporation. And it was just like, oh, you broke my heart. That's the meanest thing. Who are you into now? Like, what do you watch now, and who are you into? What do you just watch WWE?
Yeah, I just watch WWE. I mostly just watch Raw. I think I have to start watching Smackdown now because they moved New Day over, and I love New Day.
Yeah, KO too. KO's over there too.
I know, yeah. And I haven't been watching NXT that much, but I watched WrestleMania weekend, and I feel like I like what they're doing over there.
Me too. I loved Aleister Black, the dude that wrestled Andrade Cien Almas, the satanic kickboxer.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that guy is my perfect type of dude that's like goth, Satan, and a kickboxer, and he just kicks people in the head. But that tag match was really great on that NXT thing.
And who's the women's champ? Asuka?
Asuka is what the
Asuka.
It's because it's Japanese, like all the it's always spelled like Asuka. It's like no, it's just Asuka, ASKA.
That's like dice game.
Yeah.
She's me. You know what? I always want to ask women this, and I ask this to my wife too. Like that butt offense, like where women hit, like it's there's never a guy. There is a guy in Japan that does it, but it's mostly women that hit people with their butt. Does that like annoy you as much as it does me?
You know what? I didn't notice it as much recently, but my husband pointed out that is it Nyomi who is the other woman's champ, that she does that a lot, and I was like, whoa, I didn't even notice, and he loves it, and I think it's kind of funny, but
yeah. So it's only for guys then.
Yeah,
I guess so. Yeah.
We've only the guys are paying attention.
I'm really like, where do you fall? Where do you fall on that? Like, does it have to look like a fight to you? Are you like, because I'm real picky. I want it to look like a fight. I want everybody to look like they're really mad at each other. So something like hitting somebody with your butt is just like, oh, that's not funny. That would never hurt me. You know?
I mean, I don't know. I've fallen on my butt before and it has hurt, and I don't know.
True.
It could hurt.
I mean, I think it is like, there's just enough of a backside there that you can knock somebody over. I think it makes a great weapon, but I also like I guess in the WWE style of wrestling, if it's deployed properly, it's really good. You know, like if it comes up at the right moment when you're like, caught him off guard, you know, with that. Versus like her, like, just holding her down and choking her out or something, which is what Brian is looking for.
Oh, that's mean. It's I mean, so you're really into the New Day right now. How do you feel about them going to SmackDown? Are you kind of annoyed because you were into Raw? Now you have to watch both?
Yeah, I mean, Tuesdays are just an inconvenient day for me to watch wrestling. So yeah, I'm a little bit annoyed. And yeah, to be honest, the only reason I've watched SmackDown in the past year was when my TV was just still on the station from the night before. But I've been meaning to give it a chance, so I think this is a good reason to.
Do you have Hulu? Because Hulu makes it super easy to watch both of these shows. Like, it turns SmackDown into like an hour and a half show.
Oh, wow.
And Raw actually turns Raw into an hour and 40 minutes. You can like burn through the shows pretty fast. I am a big fan of the New Day still as well. I believe since I saw Big E come up in NXT that guy could rule the WWE someday.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I was just talking.
His Instagrams were amazing. Like he just has so much talent and like charisma that he's just exuding from him that I still like New Day. It doesn't wear on me because they work it properly. I think the gimmick still.
Yeah, I was talking to my husband about this yesterday, that I think Big E deserves like most improved character, because I feel like when he first came out in WWE, they weren't giving him any lines. He was just wearing like that really awkward leotard.
The Line of Judah one.
Yeah, he's still kind of got that look going on, but I think definitely acting wise, he's improved a ton in the past year.
Well, and you know what the thing is, like with wrestling, you always run into that risk that, like, yeah, he's pretty good, but he's definitely not funny. Like,
right.
like comedy acts in wrestling can really be terrible. But like with New Day, I mean, they're like, for my style, they seem like such nice dudes that I'm like, why would anybody want to beat them up?
Yeah, that's true. They have turned into like just really likable and smart and like, why would you want to hurt the New Day? I thought
it was beautiful. I thought it was beautiful. And I thought it was like one of the things I love about wrestling fans, as obnoxious as they can be, is that the reason that when New Day were bad guys, but they were still doing like the power of positivity thing.
Yeah.
Right when they first turned into that, I was like, it's just so beautiful that like these guys came out, they were being nice, they were telling people to be positive, and the crowd was like, go fuck yourselves. And then they started cheating and people just love them.
Did you try their cereal?
No, I didn't. Did you?
Yes, I did.
Is it like
What
Honey
is
Nut
it?
Cheerios?
Give us the review. Give us the YouTube vid and sitting in your car seat.
I mean, it's pretty much like Lucky Charms.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it was
That's
good.
not a bad association. That's like saying they kind of sound like Led Zeppelin.
I'm kind of disappointed that they don't have the popsicles yet. Like
I
it seemed
know.
like that was what the WrestleMania thing, like they were working up to WrestleMania before they were going to get these New Day pops out. And I
Yeah.
thought because CM Punk, when he gave an interview right when he quit. And one of the things he was really mad at was that they didn't make an ice cream bar out of him. And I know how vindictive the company is, that Vince McMahon would be like, let's put somebody on an ice cream bar just to make CM Punk mad.
Yeah, or they would say, who wants that ugly mug on an ice cream bar?
This is weird. It's weird for him to have wanted to be on I mean, I get it though in a way.
Everybody else got an ice cream bar.
I could see like the tattoos translating well, but probably
right.
not anything else really.
Yeah, I mean, I just think of an ice cream goatee, like or scraggy beard, is not something I want to chew on or put in my mouth.
No, I really love that guy. Like I hate his guts, and like there's part of me that hates him because he hates wrestling so much. But like he was so good.
Yeah, where do you come down on CM Punk?
I love him. Love the chants every night. Wish he was still with us.
That's so beautiful. I like that too.
Wow, yeah, I know. You filled my wrestling spirit gauge a little bit higher.
I feel like when somebody loves this, because like the CM Punk chants are weird because like when they yell them at Vince McMahon or Stephanie or Triple H,
it makes sense.
Yeah, and they're not like I feel like it transcends talking of. They're not necessarily just talking about, you know, CM Punk. They're saying like everything you do sucks.
Yeah.
And I want you to bring back, you know, do what CM Punk was doing. He was the guy that I was into. And It's like just a good heckle now. Like a few times
Hello, you're muted, I think. What's happening? Hello. 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 I lost my friends. But I can't hear you. That's so weird.